guys, how's it going? My name is Joel, I'm a teacher here at Solex, and today I want to talk to you about something that a lot of my students hate me when I tell them we have to talk about. I'm sorry. Today I am talking about gerunds and infinitives. Now, first thing we need to do is talk about what is a gerund and what is an infinitive. So, I have some not so interesting sentences on the board, but they should be simple. And there is one mistake. Hopefully you can find the mistake before I tell you. So, first thing, we look at this sentence. I like reading. Now, I always ask my students, what is the main verb here? And they should say, like. And then I ask, is reading a verb? And hopefully they say, no, reading is not a verb, reading is a gerund. With that ing. It's more like a noun than it is a verb. We use gerunds to talk about activities or procedures, things that we do, right? Now, if you look at the next sentence, I like to read. What I ask my students is, are these sentences the same? Do they mean the same thing? And hopefully my students, and you as well, you will say, yes, Joel, yes, of course, these are exactly the same sentences. They mean completely, exactly the same thing. And that's true. But why do they look different? Well, here we have a gerund, and here we have an infinitive. An infinitive always has the word to, and then a verb after it. Except it is different than a verb. Remember, this is our main verb. Our main verb is like. So both of these sentences are okay. Now, let's look at a different verb. Let's look at the verb enjoy. Now, I enjoy reading. Again, we have a gerund here, right? Is this sentence okay? Hopefully you say yes, this sentence is a beautiful sentence in English. Now, let's look at the next sentence. I enjoy to read. Is this sentence okay? Of course not. This sentence is evil. It is bad. It is not good. Now, you might ask why. And unfortunately, the only answer is the verb enjoy cannot have an infinitive after it. There are certain verbs that can only take gerunds, certain verbs that can only take infinitives after them, and some verbs can take both. At the end of this video, I will post a list of some very common verbs that only use those gerunds, infinitives, or some that use both. Alright, next let's take a look specifically at gerunds, and then we will look at infinitives. First, let's look specifically at gerunds. Now, I'm going to give you a small amount of time to find the gerunds in these three different sentences. Okay, go. Okay, did you find them? Alright. One gerund, two gerunds, three gerunds. Maybe you couldn't see this one down here, I was standing here. But this is not a gerund, and neither is this. This is the main verb, right? In the present progressive. We have the helping verb here, and then our verb ing. So gerunds can be in several different places in the sentence. And remember, they're not verbs, they're more like nouns, okay? Here, the gerund is the subject. What is fun? Reading is fun. It's the subject of the sentence, right? That's pretty easy, and you probably already know this. You might just not know that it's called a gerund. Okay? Next we are talking about reading. Now, our talking is our main verb, right? And it's a phrasal verb. It has the preposition about. And after a preposition, if you want to talk about an activity, we will usually use a gerund. What are we talking about? We are talking about reading. So again, other types of prepositions, for, on, of, from, so on and so forth. After a preposition, do not use an infinitive, use a gerund. And last, step over here, we have another verb that always requires a gerund. We are discussing reading. And here, the gerund is an object. So again, a gerund can be the subject, it can be after a preposition, or it can be the object of a sentence. Alright guys, that's the end of the first part of our video, which was all about gerunds. Next we will talk about infinitives, and that video should be available soon. Alright, see you guys next time.